Arapohue is located in Northland, New Zealand, approximately 16 kilometres southeast of Givealittle, 28 kilometres north of Ruawai and 58 kilometres west of Whangarei. Land use in the Arapohue district is predominantly rural, with a mix of horticulture and pastoral farming activities. And then there is a unique property called the Arapohue Bush Camp, 22 acres of land, buildings and native bush, formerly part of a large farm owned by Graham Crawshaw and family. Graham formed the Arapohue Bush Camp Charitable Trust, and for many years ran reading camps for children who had learning difficulties, plus camps for local schools and churches.
This is the property that the Wildside Charitable Trust purchased in August 2020 to establish the Arapohue Rural Retreat, a safe haven and respite for the broken and needy.
Kia ora, I'm Stephanie Hadawira. There are many broken families and much family violence in the north, caused by drug and alcohol addiction, particularly amongst Māori. On TV1 News last week, Taina Piripi, who works with Northlanders who have drug addictions, said, and I quote, "There is not enough support systems, and even those systems that deliver needs to be looked at." In other words, Northland is being swamped with meth, marijuana and alcohol problems, and those problems have not decreased, they've increased, and the numbers continue to climb every year. This is not a new problem, it is an old problem that has been a long-term problem that has plagued not only the Northland but our country as a whole. There is a desperate need for a long-term treatment, like a residential healing and recovery centre, like the one the Wildside Trust is planning for Arapohue. We ask you to help us to help them, and we look forward to working alongside you. Together we have the answer. Kia ora.
This is one of the residential buildings we call the cottage, which will provide accommodation for respite guests. This is Arapohue House, another two-storey residential accommodation for respite guests. Both residences require substantial restorative work to become council compliant.
The main lodge has a meeting room, dining and kitchen area, an upper room and office space below. This is what it looks like on the inside. A lovely warm fire, a great meeting place and dining facility, although it requires considerable restoration and new kitchen appliances. What was once an old police station will become the administration and rehab manager's residence. It's close to the lodge and the cabins out the back, and only needs minor repairs to be up and running, compared to the lodge. The best of the cabins will be restored for use by short-term or weekend-only stays, and there's a toilet and shower block available to them.
What we call the farmhouse also requires substantial repairs. It will become the residence of the centre directors who are overseeing the total development of the Arapohue Rural Retreat.
In addition, it will provide guest rooms for visiting consultants and weekend speakers. The property development manager will be installing 2 relocatable cabins beside what was an old schoolhouse. This will be restored to become the residence for the manager and his family. He'll begin the earthworks required to establish a spring for water, a veggie garden and orchard for sustainable living, and drainage on the property. The barn needs to be restored to house the centre's equipment and tools for the residents to learn new skills.
As you can see, there's room for healing horses for our proposed equine mentoring program for at-risk youth, and a beautiful native bush area to be preserved and explored. Hi, I'm Janet Curl. Together with my husband Ray, we've formed the Wildside Charitable Trust, and we're the centre directors of the Arapohue Rural Retreat. I wrote the book The Wildside, my story from meth addiction to redemption, bringing hope to many. It's been our vision to purchase the property you've just seen, restore the buildings and establish a respite and safe haven for the broken in Northland and beyond. If you've got a copy of the funding proposal with you, you'll see the numbers and what's required to bring in the staff and the volunteers we need. Every donation is tax deductible. The Wildside Charitable Trust is a registered charity. Will you join us to help bring hope to the needy in Northland and Aotearoa? Thank you.